What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Future Knight Eric and...
Of course I have to do it. How's it going, everybody? It's Frisbee Moonsong here.
And I'm with Frisbee Moonsong here, Robert, with his second place at Locals today. Second place at Locals today, deck profile. He also recently participated in the Remote Duel Invitational. I believe it was the UK Remote Duel Invitational.
It was the UK.
And what place did you come?
I came 33rd, I think.
33rd.
I think there were like over 60 players or something.
Okay, cool. But it was a very, very tough tournament. I did tune into the stream. But congratulations for making that. And obviously you made that by coming second at our Yu-Gi-Oh! Day.
Yes.
Which is very, very impressive.
I used the same deck.
Same deck, exactly.
Slightly different board, but yeah.
Awesome. All right, well then, is there anything else you want to say? Do you want to give shout outs now before the end of the video?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to a couple of people that actually helped me out. So Pranesh, thank you to you for buying me the access code talker. And we also have Andre and Jamie and Javan who helped me get some triple tactics talents that really helped out in the tournament. And yeah, everyone else who's actually played alongside me to help me with the tournaments that gave me the experience.
Very, very cool. Well, yeah, let's get into the deck profile.
Cool. We'll start off with the main deck, of course. We start off with 3 multi-faker. Obviously, best.
Have to.
Best.
It was limited for a reason.
You open it and you win. Then we have 3 Marionetta. This is either your starter or your extender. Usually your extender.
Very, very cool.
Some people see it as a starter, but this is actually like really good for if you're going if you've already had your first turn. You usually want to save this for like turn 3 at least.
Awesome.
Then we have the 3 Melusi. Best going second card. Best going second
Breaks
card.
entire boards by itself.
Yeah, pretty much. And you'll see in the extra deck a couple of other cards that it uses as well.
Awesome.
Then we also have the 2 Sulkitas. You don't want to play 3 because you don't want to see the brick. You don't really want to draw it. But hey, sometimes you do.
Yeah.
But it's you summon it off Faker and then you go nuts.
But I mean, also sometimes with this, with Almirage and Manifestation, it's still not the worst play.
It's still actually like you still can loop the Sulkitas over and over, and sometimes a bounce is all you need to actually keep the game going and actually survive till you start to draw your pieces to allow you to play through.
Yeah, definitely against Tri Brigade that needs that normal summon so desperately.
Yes, definitely. And even things like prank kids need their normal summon.
Yeah.
So you bounce their normal summon and they just lose. that's also pretty cool. And then the last Altergeist monster you play
The best one that we found out today.
Some people underestimate this card. Some people forget that you can actually summon this off Faker, and it's a negate of a card on the field. So you can maybe negate a barrage, or you negate a Tri Brigade monster, or anything that's on the field. Like I played against Dragon Link, and he full comboed, and he ended on a Verte. So I had no Sulkitas in deck, so I used my last Faker in hand to summon this to the field, and I negated the Verte, and then he just passed, so he couldn't do anything.
Incredible. So, I've never seen it used like that. It's insane.
Yeah, no Dragoons. So people underestimate that, and it's really good. Then for the hand traps, we have triple Ash Blossom. Obviously, really, really good. And we played double Bell.
How did Bell do you in the tournament, and how's it done over the last couple of weeks?
So I've been seeing a lot of Tri Brigade, so it kills Revolt.
Yeah.
So that's what you save it for. It just turns off the Revolt like so easily, and even so, you just bait out the upper loser negate, and you can usually like go for like Imperm or something and stop the Revolt as well. So it's really, really good. Also against Virtual World, it slows them down.
Yeah.
And then there's like a couple of moments, even in like against Shador Invoked, you can stop Nadir's Servant. If they go Invocation, you can actually stop the Invocation if they don't have Meltdown.
And Nadir's Servant Invocation, that's incredible.
So it literally it stops like quite a few decks in a lot of ways. That's why the price of it has gone up. It's just really good in this format right now.
Very, very cool. All right. And obviously just 2 because it is a hard once per turn.
Yeah.
And isn't as crucial as Ash, I'd say.
I even faced Salad, so like it was really good against Salad as well in the UK extravaganza thing.
Awesome.
So it was really good. Okay, now moving on to the spells. 3 extravagant.
Pot of Greed, you mean?
Yeah, Pot of Greed. I actually did not see it the whole weekend. At the
Invitational.
At the Invitational, so that's kind of
highly unfortunate.
But today it was OP, so
that's all that matters. Baiting out the ashes or getting you pluses for nothing.
So something different that I tried in the deck was the triple tactics talent. Today I played a tactics and a chord buyer because obviously I had to give the tactics back.
Yeah.
But the double triple tactics talent was
Yeah.
actually really good in the tournament. It allows you to out like so many things. Even if your extravagance gets ashed, you can still activate this and draw 2 cards.
Anyway, so
because you literally just get the free draw, so it's really good. And even ripping a card from your opponent's hand, like if you normal the Malusik and you link it off, and you still have Fake in hand, you can rip their Harpies and like turn 2 or their red reboots.
Yeah,
And
that's
shuffle
insane.
it into the deck, so it's also really, really good.
Sure.
So that's something you can actually like look forward to. And hand knowledge is amazing as well.
Oh yeah, knowing if your opponent can play through what you've got,
Yeah,
definitely.
Exactly. Now moving on to the traps, we have
A lot of them.
Altergeist traps is the personal spoofing.
Yeah.
I usually actually side 1 or 2 of these out going second.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna get twin twisted and then it's pointless and you go neg 1.
Yeah.
So these are usually good to side out going second. So obviously for consistency you use that. The 2 protocol, some people play 1. I play 2 because Marionetta can send it to get a free monster on board.
Yeah.
So I think that's really, really nice to have to like it's searchable so you don't play 3. So.
Awesome.
And then the last one we have Manifestation.
Just
the
a one-off.
Just a one-off. I feel like playing 2 is not good enough because if you open it in your hand and you've got no Altergeist monsters, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Because what you want to do is you want to see the best opening hand possible because decks are so consistent lately.
Yeah.
And if you just open this, you can't really do anything with it turn 1. So that's why I only play the one-off. Then going into the rest of the traps, we play triple Imperm.
Very,
Because
very
Imperm Faker going second, you win.
Oh yeah, that's FTK easily.
Yes. Yeah, running the 1 gold rare just for then we have,
I wasn't going to say anything.
Then we have 3 Solemn Strike.
Very, very nice.
Best trap in this
Ever
deck.
printed,
Yeah,
probably.
pretty much. And then you main deck the 3 Judgments.
Ah, this is a little bit different. I remember a while ago you were against us having them in the side.
Yeah, because I think in the previous formats, like there was a lot about combo, and nowadays it's more like decks are like semi-control combo.
Yeah.
And they usually go off 1 or 2 cards.
Yeah.
And normal summons are very important, and so are some spells.
Yeah.
So this is really, really good for it. And then obviously turn 2, you mostly use it to protect your back row.
Yeah,
So that's
100%. Harpy's Feather Dust is a hell of a card.
yeah, but then you won't need it coming up soon because there's a new card coming out that protects our back row automatically.
Oh, isn't it that
which is
monster?
amazing. It's a rock monster.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
thing's insane.
Really, really good. So yeah, rocking the 1 ulti. And
Of course.
And the 2 secret rares.
I mean, that is still a flex.
Yeah, shout out to Toasty T-Man, Tian Skrieda. He gave me the other secret rare Judgment. We
Oh,
got
very
this
nice.
before Judgment came off the ban list. And we bought them, and then the price shot up. So
Oh, yeah.
we were ready for that. But that was
Very,
on
very, very cool.
and then we have 2 Torrential Tributes.
Hmm.
I could have played 3, but then that makes it 41.
How do you feel about this card late game when you draw it late game and you've already established a board? Do you just not have to use it, or?
You don't have to use it, but if they find a way to out your board, it literally just stops your opponent dead in their tracks.
Yeah.
And also what you can also do is like, you can literally trigger Faker off, and as soon as Faker's effect activates, even if they're impermanent, you can Torrential, blow up the board and protect Faker's effect from going off.
That's very, very
So
cool.
there's like some things you can do with that as well.
Okay, cool.
Which is really, really nice. And then the last one, IO.
I have to.
Imperial Order, really good in this format. Shadow Invoked just turns them off.
It should be banned. It really should.
I think so. I honestly think it's fair. I think IO is fair as much as Skill Drain is fair. You know?
True,
Because some decks can, and it's not actually difficult to out this. I mean, there's Nightmare Phoenix can easily out this.
Yeah, 2 monsters. Yeah, I feel
Exactly. So it's not obviously you have to discard from hand, and I guess you can say that about a lot of things like, oh, you can easily out.
Yeah.
But like also cards that usually destroy back row are chainable as well. So you get Cyclones, which you're gonna side deck against me anyway.
Yeah.
So like the IO is just really, really good in general.
I see a lack of back row hate in your main deck. Just no respect for back row decks, or?
Usually the Malusik can actually out the back row because the Malusik sends any card.
Yeah.
So what you do is you use your back row to deal with the front row, and you use your monsters to deal with the back row.
Fair enough. And then the
That's pretty
Hextia is
much it.
obviously spell and trap negates as well.
Yeah, it's spell and trap removal, so I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
But yeah, when you get to the side deck, you will see a lot more of that, which we can go into now.
Let's maybe do extra
So shall we
first.
go into extra deck?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So going into the extra deck first, we have the Link 1. So we have the Relinquished Anima for breaking boards going second.
Punish bad
which
players,
is
of
really,
course.
really really good. Yeah, you punish bad players, which is very. And it's a spellcaster, so you can use it to go into any other spellcasters that you might have, which you will see later on.
Okay.
Then we have the Almirage.
Yeah.
Really good for if you draw Silk Manifestation, of course, like we spoke about earlier on. And also you can tribute it, of course, to protect your own things. And if you banish any of your Link ones, this is still good to go into. I actually like to go into this against Shadow Invoked, because if they activate Shadow Fusion, you can tribute it off to force them to fuse from hand.
Oh wow,
Which is a nice way to play around it. So instead of going into Link Reaver, I go into this thing and I immediately summon Faker. So you can bait out the Shadow Fusion with that. Then obviously the Link Reaver.
Have to. So just one of each?
Just one of each, yeah. It doesn't matter which you go into really, because all you need is the Melusive to play.
Yeah.
That's the first, that's the Link 1s. Then into the Link 2s we have the
best card ever printed for Altergeist.
Yeah, as long as you don't get rid of your Hextiers, you're fine. Extrav your Hextiers. I've still won by banishing all of these, so it's still possible. But yeah, this
just
is
Melusive beatdown.
Melusive beatdown, precisely. But then you've also got other stuff. The reason why I play other utility things is just in case that happens, so you still can actually play Link stuff without actually going off too crazy. Because the thing people forget is Faker only limits you if you use its second effect.
Yeah.
If you use its first effect, it's a free summon from
It's just an extender, basically.
Really nice. And then we have a Nightmare Phoenix. We have a Nightmare Cerberus.
Generic.
And then we have the Akashic Magician. This is something really interesting.
That is very interesting, actually.
You just use 2 spellcasters, which is really, really nice. And it just needs two monsters with the same type.
Yeah.
And it bounces the cards it points to.
Non-targeting,
So
obviously.
non-targeting. So you can out Dragoons if they summon it in the wrong place. Because obviously they don't expect you to do that.
Yeah, it's not a very played card.
Yeah. So yeah, Akashic Magician. I even bounced the Dingirsu.
Sure.
So like it's really good just for like outing certain things that they play there. And just in general, it's 1/7 isn't bad for an attack rating.
No, of course not, yeah.
And then going into the Link 3s, we have the Nightmare Unicorn.
Yep.
Generic, obviously, spot
Generic.
removal. The Celine. I'm actually thinking of playing 2 of these.
2? Just for the extrav.
Just for the extrav, and it's really good in general. Because what happened against someone is I outed Dragoons with talents, and he sent a droplet to send the Dragoons, so I couldn't take the Dragoons.
Oh wow.
So I took the Verta instead.
Because it doesn't target, which is cracked.
And then I normal summoned the Marionetta and linked into Celine, and then Celine summoned and I made access code. And
Oh
then
wow.
killed me. So that was like, it's just really good in general, just for going for the OTKs.
Yeah.
Even at that time, I actually played Abramax instead of Cerberus, just in case. So that also worked out because Abramax you could summon and get a shuffle if they out it.
Yeah, if they do out
really
it,
good.
which is also extremely difficult, to be fair.
So that was nice as well. And then the last the last 2 Link 3s, we played the Prime Banshee.
I'm glad to see this, just in case you get rid of all 3 Hextiers.
Yeah, I went into it once, which was really good. And the nice thing is, what you can also do with this is if you have a monster on board, you can tribute one of your Altergeist monsters to summon Kankuri as well, to also get the negate, which is really, really nice. People forget about. So yeah, there's obviously that. And then we have the other Dragoon arts, Ningirsu.
Have to play it.
Yeah, so really good, generic Link 3, really, really nice to play. I think I've actually played this since I played World Chalice, which was ages ago, so it's really,
It's a really
nice.
good card, very underrated.
And then my Link 4s, you play the
Access code.
Access code, obviously, thank you Pranesh.
Is that different language as well?
It's not English.
Oh,
I think
fantastic.
it's Spanish.
It looks, it's Spanish,
It looks
definitely
like
Spanish.
So yeah, played the Spanish access code, which won me a game once, so it was
Awesome.
really nice. And then the last card is Barlow Dragon.
Also to out the Dragoons.
Out the Dragoons and outs a whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, if you take like a Crystal Wing or something, or anything like that, like it's really, really good if they've already used the negate. Of
Yeah.
course. But yeah, I once took a Dingirsu and I used it to protect my background.
Oh,
So
wow.
It was pretty stupid, but yeah, there's
Awesome.
that as well.
Alright, and then the side, is it spicy?
Into the side, some of it is spicy. You're gonna probably laugh at some of it. So we have the 3 Lancia.
That's staple as format.
Staple for the virtual worlds and for the Tri Brigade matchup.
Yep.
Really, really good. And if you get even lead, it helps as well.
Yeah.
Then we have 3 Drawn Lockbird.
Yeah, that's just for the Drytron
This is for
matchup.
the Drytron matchup. Also, it kills the Shadow Invoke Dogmatica matchup. So, like, they go Alistair or they go Meltdown, and then they add the Alistair and you draw them and they just pass because they can't Servant, they can't do any of that.
Yeah.
So you got that as well. For the rest of the monsters, we play one Gameciel and one Gardala.
I presume these are attributes so that the Shaddoll players can't use them for their own fusions?
Yeah, that too, and also for this, it's just in case the barrier statue.
If it ever does come up, yeah.
I thought of playing 2 Gardala, but then like I wanted to keep the Gameciel in case I didn't have the Hexia pointing to Marionetta.
Yeah.
So I could still out the Kaiju.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is you usually Kaiju them, normal the Melusi, attack over, send something else, and you make the Anima to take the Kaiju back.
Oh, wow, because you can put the Kaiju where you want.
So that's a lot of fun as well. And then for the spells, this is where you get the back row hates, the one twin twister,
Harpies.
and the cyclones.
Okay, cool. So just a variety of back row
Yeah,
stuff.
the cyclones I think is best, but then I didn't want to play 3 cyclone because like eventually some of the decks you played, like I played the mirror match and this came in handy more than the cyclone.
Yeah.
So twin twister does kind of outstuff a little bit better.
Yeah.
And also you can actually like discard the Melusi. And then if you have Marionetta, you just normal the Marionetta and summon the Melusi again.
Okay,
which
awesome.
is also pretty good. But yeah, that's for the back row hates. And then for the traps, we play 2 evenly. Honestly, this card, this is so good now.
It's insane.
The more I play this, like the better I see it getting, and it's really, really amazing. Almost considering main decking this.
Yeah.
But I'll have to see in the future what happens to it.
Yeah, what you have to take out to make space, yeah.
And the last card that actually I did pull off, and it's for the trolls and the memes, and I always have to play a troll meme card, is the Witcher Strike. You play this against Drytron, you set Witcher Strike and Strike, or you just set this and they try to negate your summon with the Judgment, because Judgment is being played a lot now in a lot of decks.
Yeah.
So it literally turns off, like you literally rip their hand from a Judgment.
And they're filled.
Yeah, I mean a Tri-Brigade player usually plays Judgments, and you normally summon the Marionette of their Judgment, you hit them with this, and then you resolve Faker as well.
That's disgusting.
So it's stupid. And I did resolve it, and it worked out really well. So that's pretty much the...
Very, very nice. Well, thank you, Robert, Frisbee Moonsong. I'm definitely going to link your channel in the description and in the top pinned comments. So please check out his channel. He's a fellow South African Yu-Gi-Oh! Content creator. So definitely give him some love. And yeah, thank you for sitting with me and doing this deck profile.
Thank you so much, guys.
Cool. Cheers, guys. Bye.